Alright, we'll make a quick update on this piece of shit. See, I got the front clip back on it. And we got an exhaust kind of going on here. We will turn the light on and see what the fuck I got going here. Just a flex pipe so it doesn't break the headers, things off. Got that halfway welded just so it don't fall off. I'm probably going to just unbolt it, take it out, weld it up good. Tube hanging out there. Got this shit, I guess that don't matter. We won't care about that right now. Got these little shitty mirrors. They'll work fine. I might even weld them on, I don't give a shit. And this is the headlight bucket for that side actually. I just modified it. I got this adapters off my 92 Ford driver piece of shit. I put stupid ass LEDs in the stock housings, and it was fucking stupid. You can't see shit, so I just ripped them out and used these harnesses that plugs right in the stock Bronco wiring, and just I don't have to fuck with it. Plug it in and take shit out if I have to. Just unplug it all. Good to go. It's got a radiator. Oh, you son of a bitch thing. It's not bolted in or nothing yet. I just set it in to make sure it'll fit. And it actually will fit pretty nice. I have to build some brackets. It actually lines up with the stock 92 hole. I'll have to cut this up a little bit so you can actually get the cap on and off. But no biggie. I forgot to tell you that this is a a 76 Impala master cylinder. Cheap eBay brake booster, universal deal, small. I was going to use the Bronco booster, but that thing's huge. It's like 11 inches. So I decided to go against that. The computer goes in this hole. I just need to build a bracket to hold it up. I took it out. I was thinking I had wiring issues, and really I didn't, so my bad. This will probably get changed to a math computer, because this is old speed density shit. But I'll have to get one for quite a bit newer Ford 351 Windsor with the E4OD, which is going to be kind of a pain in the ass, but no big deal. We'll figure it out. It runs with this, just that big cam makes it idle shitty and it doesn't stay running all the time, so I might not change it now, but I'll change it later. I got the Moroso cut to fit plug wires, and I got 4 of them on today. And then I kind of lost interest on that, so. And I started working on this other exhaust, the other side. And it's about where the other one is now. I guess I could have just showed you in here. It's much easier to get into, huh? Yeah, just the clamp there. It's supposed to be a lap clamp, or not a lap, butt clamp. Where you butt them up, but that tube actually slides inside of here, and I was able to get the clamp on, so I'd rather have that, have it slip joint, instead of lat, or butted together. But yeah, there's that. Wheel bearings are definitely shot, at least on one side. Brakes are shot on the other side, I noticed that. But no big deal, a brake line probably needs to be changed. But that's just little minor shit right now. Goddamn, I need to fix that. Leave that fan right there. I'm gonna pick it up now and I always step on it. I don't want to bend it. We'll stick it over here in this corner. I got cheap ass $20 eBay headlights. They actually have LED, I think they're LED, I don't fucking know. But angel eyes, just fancy. I might do like my high boy and put an orange bulb inside of there. Have that as a turn signal too. But I'm going to use these park lights as turn signals as well. So yeah, they're not the best headlights, but they're not bad, I guess. For what this thing is, they're pretty good, I think. I think the last one I didn't have the floor done on this side all the way. Now it's all the way done. It's not much different than it was. Got those brackets welded in up there, and then I just welded a piece of sheet metal there. It's more like, I guess it is sheet metal, but yeah, thicker sheet metal. And then I just beetle taped around it to hold it, so worked out pretty slick, I think. The other side, I kind of got shit going on. I welded some angle iron right here. It's going to come back around and come up tight. The transmission and go up. Probably right there. And then, I'm not sure what I'm going to do there yet. I kind of just took a break from that shit, so. And started working on the front end. I still got to weld that hole in. And then, this is the wiring for the, whatever the fuck you want to call that. I think it's like a neutral safety switch, kind of. I had to cut the harness open and spread them apart a little bit because it was not clearing around this shifter for shit, so just had to kind of make it longer. I didn't use any butt connectors or anything, though. No splicing or anything, just kind of cut the harness apart so it'd split better. But yeah, it worked out good. I think that's about it for now compared to what I had before. I think I'm gonna try to get the, God, the hiccup's bad. Oh, try to get the lights in tonight. Why, I don't know, but that's my plan. I need to run a big wire all the way to the back for my starter solenoid. I do not really have room for a battery up here. Well, I have room, but not anything good. I might be able to squeeze one there, but it's right above the manifold. Holy shit, these hiccups are driving me crazy. I need to get a drink here. But I think the battery's just gonna go right on the side of that frame rail. And I'll probably have to drop it through the bottom to change it, but that's okay. As long as it'll come out, no big deal. Thought about just having it where I could take the boards out of the bed. I'm still planning on that. The bed will just have boards. And then change the battery that way, but I'd rather be able to take it out the bottom too. Just because it'd be easier than trying to fight all the boards. The reason I want the boards easy to take out because fuel pump. Because if I ever got to change a fuel pump, I'm going to want to be able to take it out easy. That's actually stock 92 fuel pump. For some reason, it still fucking works. I don't know if it's original, but it's what came with the truck when I got it. Or the frame when I got it. And it fired right up and started moving, so I'm happy with that. I'll leave it in as long as I can, because that's money to save, I guess. Another thing I forgot to mention is I need to do a fuel neck here. I think I can kind of bend that hose around and get a neck to come out right here. I don't need to have a door or nothing. It can just hang out. I don't give a shit about that. And then I forgot to mention that I'm not quite done here. I'm going to put a piece of pipe in here about the same diameter as this and just grind it flat so you kind of can't tell that it's lengthened somewhat. I don't need to be perfect. I didn't really talk much about what I've done to the cab. It is chopped 4 inches. It's the first thing I ever really done body work on, or metal work. I was around 18 or so. Probably about 10 years ago is when I started working on this piece of shit. So, that was my first weld job. Grind it down. I had to redo a lot of my shit from then. But yeah, I had lots of pinholes. I still got lots of pinholes, but I think I did alright for my first time. You can tell this is fresh to the ground, but it was welded a long time ago with a shitty little Lincoln $300 flux core welder. And it was just me figuring out what I was doing, man. And it was good practice, I guess. This frame actually just recently welded on. I never had this one on before. I kind of lost interest in this truck once I got my highboy. I decided I'd better have a truck that had good power and was reliable, because I always end up hauling cars and shit. So I decided to build that highboy with the Cummins and everything in it. If you haven't seen it, it's in my other videos. So this just kind of got put on the back burner because it was just going to be more like a toy. But after building the highboy, I decided I'd make this thing drivable too. I don't want it to be super annoying. I want it to be comfortable to cruise. I mean, I'm 6'5" and I can sit in this thing and just chill for hours. I haven't drove it that far, but I wanted it comfortable, and it seems to fit the bill right now. What else have I got here? Maybe I can. See those babies? Oh yeah. You can't see shit though. Kind of. Down here it's actually got holes in the cab corners, and I just decided to weld plates from the inside to seal them up. Don't worry about them holes. Yeah, that plate I welded a long time ago. That was off a hood I found at a scrapyard. I just cut sections out of it and welded it in this truck. It was bent, so I didn't get much sheet metal out of it, but I got some. And that's what a lot of the floor's been replaced with, is a chunk of I think it was a GM hood of some sort. But that's what I did. It worked good. Yeah, you can see this side's not as bad, but there's a hole right there starting to show up. The other side's fucked up, if I remember right. And it's kind of rusty the whole way down the bottom. Just kind of what happens to these things. Yeah, that one's gone. You can see right there where I welded it up. This shit can just sit and rot below it, and I don't really care. As long as it's comfortable inside. Speaking of just mostly the truck itself, not anything I've really done. It's had a lot of work done from years past. I'm impressed, really. Usually they didn't spend much money on these old pieces of shit or time. Especially like this one. It was a farm truck its whole life, I think. You can see they made an attempt at fixing the door. It's been welded here, I think with oxyacetylene. And that door gap is god awful, but it works. It closes, it's open a little bit at the bottom, but feels like it could, weather stripping, it'll fill it right in still. Got some cancer down here, no big deal though. This is what I like. That big old glob of shit, they just buzzed in there. It's perfect. Because I think this is common, they rust out right here. The door falls off, or tries to fall off. They just globbed it on with a bunch of weld. I think I did a little help to her. Oh yeah, I kind of cut these and welded shit together. Kind of help it a little bit. I think I did the same to the top, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I just cut a slice right here. These are just rivets that go into the hinge, so I just added a weld, more like an extra rivet. Hold the hinge better. And then they did this too. This oxyacetylene weld, which is impressive. I mean, it's warped as shit, but there's no pinholes or nothing. It holds. And what really gets me is the fact that they decided to make it gray. And they spent a lot of time making it gray. For back then, I mean, usually a color change was just shoot the outside, it was done. No, they spent the time to paint the inside, kind of. I mean, it's flaking off and shit, or it was, but they fucking spent the time and painted it. Which I find impressive for probably, I'd say it was probably done in the fucking 50s or 60s. I don't know though. And they redid the paint, but they did it. And I kind of dig it now. I didn't have the gray before, but it's grown on me a lot. I mean, it's got the right patina, I think. I think it might have been a delivery truck at one point or something, because there's this white here that I think was on the green. I was tempted to try and just rip the gray off, maybe use some lacquer thinner and see what was under there, but I think it's fine the way it is. Another thing they did that I actually screwed up right off the bat because I didn't care. So they had a mirror brazed onto here with some really, really thin pipe, and it had a mirror head that size, but that fucker hung out like here. I mean, that was hanging out like 2-3 fucking feet. When I first loaded the truck up on the trailer, it was really close to a gate post, and I looked back and I saw that it was pretty much going to touch if I kept going. I could have backed up and got a different angle, but I just said screw it. Knocked it off, and then I just kind of sort of ground the brazing off. They brazed it, they didn't even weld it. I just left it. I think, yeah, that's a nail or something in there. That's not an actual pin from these doors, so it works, I guess. Something's hit there. I think it was the mirror that had the gob of shit on it. It hung out to here and it would hit when they opened the door. So, it's just more character. But yeah, I think that's it on this update. There's a lot of stories about this truck, and I'll try to share them just a little bit here and there. Try to keep the videos shortish. I don't want to rattle on and on all at once. So, we'll call that it. This will be a fuzzy fucking update, it looks like, but I'll probably upload it anyways because I'm lazy and don't want to make another one or anything. Hey, not focused up. Piece of shit phone. But anyways, that's it on this update.